We're recording this because you guys aren't here. All right. So last night was last night, and I was driving home, and I hate to lose more than anything, and you guys didn't look like you enjoyed it very much either. But here's the thing about losing is great teams lose, right? So there are great teams that I've coached that have lost big matches. Great teams lose. But what great teams don't do is lose to themselves. And I feel like last night, in the second set especially, we lost to ourselves. It was our own mental errors. In the first set, it's like it took so long to warm up, and I'm going to kind of address that, like for us to get going. I think you guys are kind of slow starters sometimes, and we're going to do some things to kind of help that. The other thing I want to talk to you guys about is, I think that, and I don't know, because again, like I talked to you guys at team dinner, I didn't raise you, so I don't know what you guys have been taught, where you come from, what you guys have been conditioned to learn, but I think it's sometimes, it seems like sometimes you guys are a little conditioned to think that you can't beat some of those teams, or that, that you're not one of the top dogs, and like, you see glimpses of it, and then you kind of back down nervously, and you see glimpses of it, of greatness, and you back down, like Quincy, and then the second and the third set, you back down, you know what I mean? So, and what that brings to mind for me is that that's a mental toughness kind of thing, a resiliency, and that's something that we can teach you, and that we can learn as a team, but I need you guys to trust me, and trust the methods that I come up with to teach that. One is going to be how you talk, like the words that come out of your mouth, how you talk to each other, how you communicate on the court, even from little things like I want blockers to call line and cross, to when you're in the huddle, the kind of things you say to each other, how many times you get in the huddle, things like that. How you think. I'm going to teach you how to talk to yourself, like when you're going back to serve, are you thinking to yourself, don't miss your serve, don't miss your serve, two other people miss their serve, don't miss their serve? Are you thinking, oh, I'm going to ace this kid, I'm going to serve it a foot in front of her? Are you aiming, or are you nervous about the fact that it's your turn? Just how you talk to yourself. And how you act when you get down. Like when you get down, I've had teams that were losing 20-10 and come back and won the set. Like how you talk to yourself in those moments of, do you say things like, man, I knew we were never going to be Rochester, or, oh, this is so embarrassing, or I'm so nervous, and I'm just going to be really careful so I'm not the one to make the error kind of thing. That nervous talk to yourself, and that insecure kind of talk. I don't feel like when we were screaming at you in the second set, I don't feel like anybody out there was like, yeah, I'm going to really blow this and hit the ball out of bounds repeatedly, or I'm just not going to pass. I think it was more of, I can't believe this is happening, and I don't know what to do about it, kind of thing. And it's got to be like, you guys, the nice thing about how well-rounded you guys are is one kid on your team can have a bad night, and everybody else should carry them. And it happens almost every match. A really good player, it happens like once a season for every good player, you just have an off night. But that can't be everybody's like, oh crap, she's hitting the ball out, she's hitting the ball in the net, she's one of our best players, now we can't, well, let's all fall apart. You know what I mean? You've got to be able to, it's okay, girl, we got you, we'll set somebody else, we've got other good hitters on the team, or we've got other good defenders on the team, we've got a strong bench, you know what I mean? We'll take care of this. But when we change somebody out of a position, or somebody has a rough night, everybody can't freak out and be out of system. Does that make sense? Now I want to teach you why we teach you resiliency. In the scheme of things in your life, high school volleyball is not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? In the scheme of, you're going to grow up, and you might get married, you're going to have a job, you might have kids. There will be tragedies in the world that happen, there will be sickness, there will be death, there will be great things that happen, things that you will accomplish that you never wildly dreamed. High school volleyball, in the grand scheme of things, like I can't hardly remember my high school volleyball season. The things that I can remember are, one, how good it feels to block somebody, because that's a natural high, and I get those goosebumps every time I see somebody, a kid that I coach on the court, block or get a really good kill, because that reminds me of being young again. And two, how close I was with the people that I played with. I don't really remember records. I don't really remember scores, but I remember that connection that you have with people of it's us versus them, you know. But the other thing that the thing that you play sports for and what we're trying to teach you is resiliency in life. You're going to come up against challenges. You're going to come up against hardships in your life. You're going to face things, and some days you're going to be having the best day ever, like those games that just come naturally and you're playing the best you've ever played, and some days you're going to be having a rough one. But the thing is what we're trying to teach you is you cannot let things happen to you. You need to take control of them. You cannot back down when something's going on in your life. You cannot check out or get mad or get emotional. You need to get serious, get fierce, and go after, tackle your issues, tackle your problems. It's the whole reason we teach kids to play sports is to overcome things in life and to like grow as a person and learn how to talk to the people next to them and learn how to overcome challenges and learn how to address their weaknesses. So we're going to do that a couple of ways. One,